Hey guys, we're back. It's Jane as always, and I just did the noobest thing ever. You may be wondering where we are, and I joined a new server, Let's Craft. It's a private whitelisted server, running vanilla 1.2.5. Don't ask for the IP, I'm not going to give it to you. But I just recorded an entire 40-minute video, and I didn't even have FRAPs on. So I just lost all of it. So just to recap, our mission is going to be to find a mooshroom island because I want to build a castle on a mooshroom island. So that's what we're trying to do. We hiked for a little while, found this ocean, and we're going to continue going. We're going to continue going south through the ocean to try and... That is just weird. To try and find a mooshroom island. And I just discussed a couple of things, primarily where I kind of want this LP to go. Talking about how philosophical of a person that I am and how I like to debate things. So I really like to talk about anything that you guys want to talk about at all. But I really am not gonna. I'm not gonna give in to trolls and disrespect and basically, if that's what you're aiming for, you're not gonna get it from me. I'm just going to ignore you. But if you're respectful, polite, and you have questions or you have something that you wanna, some sort of topic that you want to get onto, you can leave me a comment and I'll most likely pick up on it and talk about it in my videos. And speaking of which, the number one question that I get from people who have been watching my videos or watch me live stream is why do I have a girl skin? You can see my girl skin. Why do I have a girl skin? Why do I have a girl name, Princess Jane? Why do I have Mooshroom Island? Is it going to be big enough? Why do I have a guy voice? Oh yeah, this is definitely big enough. Oh, this is excellent. Let's see, Mooshroom Island. This is huge. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Oh. Yep, this is going to be our home. We're going to build a, not right there, land over there. I'm going to build a giant-ass castle on this. But anyway, like I was saying, the number one question I get is, are you a girl? Are you a boy? Why do you have a boy voice? Why do you have a girl name? Those are all basic questions that I get from quite a few people. And to just kind of answer it and get it settled, yes, I was born a boy. I'm a transsexual going through transition. I've been taking hormones and going through this transition for 2 years now, maybe 2.5 years. So while a lot of things are changing for me, my voice is one of the things that I haven't really made it. My voice isn't one of the things that I've really worked a lot on. I do intend on working on it. I will be going through voice coaching so that I will have more of a feminine voice. This is a perfect island. I cannot even believe how perfect this is. Oh, we're going to build a massive, massive castle. So yeah, that's the answer. And as I already said, I mean, if you want to be rude about it and you want to tell me that I'm some sort of freak or whatever, then don't bother coming to my channel. This is just the way I was born. It's got nothing to do with my ability or inability to play Minecraft. And really, that's why I'm here, is to play Minecraft and have a good time and maybe talk to people about things similar in nature. Um, and I don't mind talking about being a transsexual either. I'm not going to deal with people being rude. And if you're going to be... Oh, you know what? I don't have any saplings. Fuck! I think there's an island back there that's not, like, real far away. But this is definitely where our home's going to be, so we'll set up a base camp. We'll definitely have to go get some... Oh, man, I cannot believe I didn't bring any saplings. I didn't even think of it. I really didn't think that I was going to find an island this fast. Why, hello there, Mr. Mooshroom. Oh, I cannot believe I did that. Not a single sapling. I just had one in my hand too, didn't I? And I threw it over the edge into the ocean. Cannot even believe. I'm having, like, I don't know, noob moment upon noob moment upon noob moment today. It's just completely ridiculous. First I'm trying to record and I don't even have FRAPs open. And then I go to an island without trees and I don't bring a single sapling with me. This is unbelievable. Oh boy. I just barely woke up and I'm not even really... I haven't eaten anything and you can hear my voice is kind of raspy. I need to get a drink. No, I don't want to look at the ground. I cannot believe I did that. Oh, well, do we have... Yeah, at least we have enough wood to make another boat. Jesus, that would have sucked. Alright, let me see. And we'll put... Let's see, we'll put this right here. Put some of our goodies down in here. Oh, we can get these melons started at least. That'd be good. So... Chicken, chicken, chicken. Oh, I need a bucket. Go get some water, bring it up here. Just enough. Just enough iron. Ouch. I think probably the best place to get it's gonna be over here. Yeah. Okay. So this is where we're gonna make our home. I'm going to... Like I said, I just woke up. I haven't even eaten anything yet. So I'm going to get me some breakfast, get woken up a bit, and then I'm probably going to come back. And this was going to be my second video, but because I am a moron, this is now my first video. So we'll see. Our first order of business is going to be to go back to that island and get at least a sapling. Unbelievable. I cannot even believe myself right now. Alright, we'll put it over here. And... Oh, I don't even know about if the mycelium's going to spread. I don't know if it's going to affect our... Oh boy, so we're going to have to clear all the mycelium out of a small area. I don't really know how mycelium spreads, if it's similar to grass. Like I said, I always forget to eat. No, what? Jesus. Okay, so we're gonna get these, so we're gonna get the melons started. I'm hoping that mycelium doesn't spread this far down. If it does, then I have a feeling it's going to spread and not let my melons grow. So we can't really use dirt. Oh, yeah, it is spreading. Jesus. Okay, we can't use dirt to get back up, so I'm gonna have to mine out some of this stone. We'll have to use stone just to get a little staircase or something. But yeah, we're gonna go back to the island and get some saplings at some point. I mean, obviously, we're going to have nether portals to the different homes and stuff. Would seem like the most logical way of getting around. Man, I can't even... But I definitely need to get something to eat. So we've gotten this started. Yeah. So, yeah, that's perfect. Here, we'll do this. And then the mycelium shouldn't spread. And we have some coal, so we can make some torches. Not that we will have to worry about mobs. That's the whole reason we're here, but to help the melon grow. And then we can, not that we need to worry about food anyway, but alright, let's see. Yeah. Perfect. Grow my pretties. Alright. So like I said, I'm gonna get some breakfast, and then we'll be back and we will go and get the sapling. At some point I want to get one of each sapling, but for right now I just need a source of wood. Oh, no, what? Come on! Really can spread that far. Crying out loud. This is just unbelievable. Alright, so... Nope, you're not allowed to be mycelium. I don't even know if melons would grow on mycelium. I could be doing all this for nothing. I'll have to research that a bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a lip around the outside here. Not right where it's at, but above, up one. So that it'll be, stop spreading. So that should be one further away. I don't really need this anymore. Just to be safe, I'm going to add another one. Look at that. What? That doesn't even make any sense. How did it get down there? Is it just... if it has access to open sky? Is that its problem? If it has... well, whatever. We have torches in here now, so I can close this off. And I'm just going to do that. Beddy time. Oh, man, I can't even... so much is just not working out the way that it needs to be working out right now. So yeah, master plan. Get me breakfast, and then I am going to go to that island and get a sapling. I hope trees grow on mooshroom islands. That would suck if they didn't. I'm sure they do though. They've got to. Alright, everybody. We will be back after a short commercial break. And then we'll go to that island and get some saplings. That is a shitty place to be, buddy. Don't go base jumping. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, it was a lot of just floating along in the ocean, so I didn't really want to make you guys suffer through that. But you can see I got a sapling. I found an island. It's about 1,000 blocks. Well, more like it's more like 500 blocks away. That had a tree on it. Oh, that looks interesting. Possibly go down into a cave system. Okay, so like 500 blocks away, I found a an island with a tree on it, a single tree, like a perfect survival island type of a situation, and managed to get a single sapling. And now we're back here at our island. So now at least, and I also managed to get some wheat seeds, which is good. It's another thing that we would have had to go and get at some point. Lots of chunk errors. So yeah, now we have a source of wood, which really was only super important for tools, things like that, because it's really not, as far as building materials is concerned, it's really not that important right now. It will be later, but it's not right now. So I think our next order of business is to kind of figure out where we're going to start mining, maybe find some sort of cave system around here where we can start digging up, because stone is going to be our biggest our biggest resource that we're going to use. I want to try and keep most of the island intact the way that it is. Definitely going to level out some areas that we intend on building and whatnot, but I kind of like the way that it's got the high up cliffs and whatnot. And it's got this kind of like natural C shape to it. So this is probably going to be the opening of the castle, and we'll probably have like a road leading to a nether portal. We'll have the nether portal, and then it'll have a road that'll lead into the castle. We'll have some sort of gate, porticus. You guys know what I mean. And so I think that the first thing that I'm going to do is right here on this island, this part of the island, I'm going to level that out a little bit, and we're going to start a circular tower right around there. But like I said, I mean, even if we level a lot of that out, it's still going to be, we're not going to have any stone. So we got to figure out some sort of somewhere to mine. Let's see if our melons have grown any. No, they're still, the stems are still growing. I'm still not sure. I checked the wiki and I couldn't find if the watermelon grows on mycelium. I didn't check the watermelon wiki, I checked the mycelium wiki, so it may be on the watermelon wiki, I don't know. But we'll find out. And definitely stuff like this I'm gonna take out, the floating stuff. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna get started at. Not too concerned about food. We don't have any more iron, so iron and stone are going to be our two. So we're probably going to be having a shallow mine. That looks like it might go down into a cave system too. Yeah, why don't we go down there and check? But that's what we're going to be working on initially, is just that. Oh, nope. Doesn't go anywhere, unfortunately. So yeah, I think I'm gonna spend probably a couple hours here. Well, I don't know how long it'll be before I find someplace that I can, I mean, the other thing is I could kind of like just dig into the side somewhere. I just kind of, like I said, I really want to try and keep a lot of it intact. We'll have to see. Definitely gonna have to do a staircase to the top, or at least a ladder or something, because I really don't feel like parkouring around my island forever. But yeah, this already has like that natural circular shape to it. I'm definitely gonna have to go through a few iron shovels just to get this leveled out to where I want it to be. And then I think that our first tower will probably be, you know, not real high, probably this to a little bit taller than the top of that. And we're gonna have to also figure out where we want to put a strip mine, because I want to get, like I said, there's gonna be like a road. It's gonna be a road coming through here, out to here somewhere, where we're gonna have our nether portal, which I'd like to get that up sooner rather than later, just so we have a way of getting back to spawn, and maybe get a nether central nether hub started, just because I think that that's going to be the easiest way for us to travel to other people, other resources, because being on a mooshroom island, there's really, you know, mushrooms and cows, that's it. because if you use shears on a mooshroom, they turn into cows. So you have cows, you have mooshrooms, and you have mushrooms, and that's it. I mean, if I want wool or chicken, should be fairly easy to get over here because of the eggs, but pigs and sheep we're gonna have to bring over here manually, which I'm not sure what the easiest way to do that's going to be. It might be just swimming, carrying wheat. I think that might probably be the easiest, but that's going to be long. Like, that's going to take us a long time. We might end up moving them, figuring out like a chain of islands and moving them island to island, because there really is nowhere around here. I'm definitely going to have to check like the south to the west and east, but north of here there's really not anything that isn't like, 3,000 blocks away that we're going to be able to easily bring over to the island. As far as this episode is concerned, I don't really know what else to. I've been trying to remember stories. Like, I have a lot of good stories, and they're fairly like ridiculously entertaining. Why do I have a sapling? That's strange. But every time I start recording, I always forget them. So what I started doing is when I would talk to somebody and tell them one of these stories, I remembered, then I would write it down in like not the whole story, just kind of like a reminder, so that I could remind myself of the story I was telling. Oh, this nope, doesn't go anywhere either. And so that I would have stories to tell you guys, and it's not one of the this is one of the more mundane stories, but I was talking the other night to my roommate and a friend of his that they had over for dinner, and I was talking to them about like some of the stupid shit that we did as kids, and I remember one of the things that we used to mess around with was pellet guns, BB guns. We would basically play tag with them, and I mean, that's thinking back on it now, I mean, it's just completely like ridiculously dangerous. And so what ended up happening is like you would, whoever was it had the BB gun, and everyone else would go run and hide and run away from the person, and they'd try to shoot the person. And so what ended up happening was I was it, and so one of the kids thought it'd be real funny to get eggs and hit me with eggs while I was trying to shoot him. Except he put the eggs in his pocket, and I happened to shoot him in the pocket, and it like the eggs blew out in his pocket. And so after that, which that I found hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. That was just very apropos. But like I said, that's mundane. But then after that, like what ended up happening is, I don't remember exactly how, but we had switched on and off of who had the pellet gun without actually firing it. So every time somebody, the whole thing was like, the rule was you only pumped it once. And so we kept trading off, and somehow it got pumped up a couple times more than once. And I ended up shooting this kid. He's a couple years older than me, and I ended up shooting him in the pinky, and the pellet actually like went into his hand and like into the bone. He had to go to the hospital, and they had to remove it. And just thinking back like on some of the ridiculous stuff that we do as children, and just how amazed I am that we all come out of it alive. Like easily could have been, this kid's eye, or, the tree didn't, what? That's Just doesn't even make any sense to me at all. So, yeah, I kind of wish I had a bone right now, but oh well. Yeah, so it really, like, people who talk about, safety regulations and things of that nature. So I think I'm gonna just expand on that existing cave over. I think it's over here. So yeah, all the people that are like, so preoccupied with like safety precautions and regulations and really, people are gonna do stupid stuff. It's human nature. It's the way things work. It's the way people work. We all do stupid stuff. And people are going to continue to do stupid stuff whether you tell them not to or not. So just trying to regulate absolutely everything just doesn't make really any sense at all. I've always been more of a hands-off approach, All you gotta do is just forget about regulating, just worry about educating, make sure that people know what they're doing and what they're getting themselves into, and if they make the decision to do something stupid, like I think Good was the other day talking about, well, maybe not the other, it may have been an older video, may have been a newer video, I can't remember because I'm watching both, and he was talking about when he was younger, he had taken his dad's gun, because something scared him and his buddies in the woods or whatever. There was a guy walking around, and he was talking about how his father had taught him all about guns just to try and prevent something like what could have happened from happening. And I was thinking about it, and it's kind of like it's, you don't teach your kids about guns to prevent them from shooting someone else. You teach your kids about guns to prevent them from shooting themselves. And that's kind of like what I'm talking about. It's just educating as opposed to regulating. You think about, I watched The Patriot the other day, and there's a scene where they pass the vote to go to war, and everyone's, all excited, and so they're, they're all shooting off their guns and doing that type of behavior, and that, back to that same subject matter, I'm just thinking that, guns were like a household item in that time. I mean, yeah, granted they were used for, hunting, for gathering food, and that was, pretty much all they were used for, but the thing of it is that you would grow up knowing how it worked. I think the boys in the movie were probably, oh, that's good, that goes further down. They were probably like 6, 7, maybe 8. They weren't really old, and they knew full well how to use a flintlock rifle. And that's really exactly what I'm talking about. Perfect. It's just educating people so that, and I know people are going to be like, oh, but then, criminals, and, the thing is that if somebody wants to do something, they're going to do it, whether it's illegal or not. I mean, really, if you want to, kill your wife, you're going to do it, regardless of the fact that it's illegal. If you want to rob a store, you're going to do it, regardless of if it's illegal. So, I mean, if you want to hurt somebody and you want to do, I mean, really, you're never going to be able to stop people from being able to make, explosives out of household items. It's not going to be possible. And so if that's the case, then by regulating, things like gun control and things like that, I mean, really all you're doing is preventing, some homeowner from, or, I mean, really you're preventing hunters, because those are the people that really, oh, how perfect is that? abandoned mine shaft right underneath Mooshroom Island. That's just, I don't even know. I have like ridiculously uncanny Minecraft luck lately. I mean, this is just ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, just regulating that kind of stuff is just, you're denying it from the people who are going to follow rules legitimately, obey laws, and generally be normal people. And that's kind of where my thought process comes from, because I've always been a bit of an anarchist. I believe that people should be able to govern themselves without, Big Brother breathing down their neck. That doesn't mean that I'm all for like chaos and whatnot. I just think that people are able to, rule themselves in small communities without like things like marriage laws. Is it really necessary to have the government tell each individual state that it is or is not illegal? Why shouldn't states be able to make that decision? Why shouldn't cities be able to, I mean, just the simple fact of the matter is how different people are. I mean, we're all extremely different. We all have different beliefs, and that's a pretty good find. We all have different beliefs, so if I believe a certain thing, and a lot of the people that I'm around believe that same thing, but people from, miles and miles away who may live in a different state are, asking the federal government to tell, everybody that they can't do that. It's kind of ridiculous to me. It's just kind of, it just makes me think of like people purposely doing, I mean, because let's face it, I mean, there are a lot of things that happen that just don't affect other people, especially if they live like thousands of miles away. Like as of right now, gay marriage is a thing of state decision. It's up to the individual states to decide. And that's exactly the way I think it should be. I think that individual states should be able to make up their own mind of whether or not they're going to allow certain things. But then Obama comes along and says that that's exactly what he said. I mean, he didn't say he's for gay marriage. He said that he is for states governing themselves in that particular area. So he's not going to make a federal law, but he's not going to stop states from making state law either. And so, of course, there's all these people like, oh, Obama's for gay marriage, and, people who are against gay marriage are against Obama for that, or people who are for gay marriage are for Obama for that. And that seems a little bit ridiculous to me because he's not for gay marriage. He's for individual states governing themselves. And, I mean, that's something that, that's freedom from government. That's something that, people, socialist, whatever, and, I don't want the government telling me this or telling me that. And those same people are now pissed off because that's exactly what he's doing. He's saying, well, the government doesn't need to tell people who they can and can't marry, so we'll let the state tell you. Not that I think the state should be telling me either, but that's another topic. So I'm gonna end it here for today. I think we got a good amount of time. I think we're about done. And I think tomorrow's episode is gonna pick up right here as well. Just because we're in a, well, I'm not sure. I'll figure. I don't know where we're gonna be at tomorrow, but I'm definitely gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, whatever. If there are any topics that you guys think would be interesting, feel free to leave them in the comments, because definitely am looking for things to talk about. But like I said in the beginning of the video, don't be a jackass. Don't be rude. Don't be troll. Just trying to piss people off, because I'm not going to pay attention to you. And there's really, I don't have 50,000 subscribers, so there's not other people who are going to pay attention to you either. But I mean, if you want to be, if you have respectful comments or questions, or something you want to know, feel free to ask. I'm pretty open-minded. Just don't be a jackass. That's pretty much my only rule. And have a good night.